All right, hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about the burnout doom loop. That's what we'll call it. That sounds pretty intense. The burnout doom loop. Okay, what is our natural response when we're spending more than we have to spend? Okay, so when the bills are 5,000, but you only have 3,000, and you have this disparity and you come up short, right? So what happens? You start investing your resources into your ministry, into your business, into your family, whatever. And then you go, oh my gosh, life is asking me for more than I have. So what do? You start over functioning, overperforming, expending more energy than you have, and you're running really, really fast. And then what happens? You still come up short because it turns out you actually can't do that because why? It's delusional. It's not based in reality. You're just being manic, really, which is essentially overperforming. And so then what happens? Then you go even faster. Faster, 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 faster. And so what happens is this sort of downward spiral of over functioning until you hit the bottom, and you don't just sort of show up at the bottom. You are like in a rocket going down at the end of this because you just keep speeding up faster and faster and faster and burning out the last bit of fuel until you hit the bottom at 100 miles an hour. And then we run, oh my gosh, I'm so burnt out. What happened? Well, that's what happened. We allowed this negative feedback spiral to continue. So if you're over functioning and you're not catching up, and then you overfunction more and you can't catch up, and then you overfunction even more and you can't catch up, the solution is to cut, is to stop doing things because you can't catch up. Okay. Now, there is another permutation of this sort of doom loop that's, I would say, even more insidious than what I just said. It's you do catch up, you overperform and you do catch up. But the habit is to then overspend again. This is the habit, just like in your budget. People just spend more than they make. And what do? I don't know. We'll get a credit card and we'll just put it on the credit card. But do you need the credit card? No, your budget's 5,000, you make 5,000, but we'd like to do a little bit more stuff. I'd like that car over there. Like, and so we just spend more because we think, yeah, it's not a big deal. A little bit of debt's no big deal. And then what happens? Well, then you got to catch up with that debt and your 5,000. So you've got to overfunction. Well, okay, I'm overfunctioning and we're paying the debt and also we're paying the bills. So we've got 5,000 in the 500, no big deal. And then what happens? Well, we can sustain this. We'll just take a little more debt because you know what? I want that boat over there. And so, then we take that too and we add that on. And then what? We got to overfunction a little bit more. And then every time we meet the, how do I say, like if we have to pay 6,000 a month now and we're overfunctioning and we actually get to the 6,000, we're always trying to go faster than we should go. And so we take out more debt. So we have to overfunction more. So you actually do catch up. You actually are sustainable, but we're always spending more than we make. We're always spending more resources than we have. And this is a terrible habit. You always spend less resources than you have. Okay. And the reason for that is you want a buffer between you and reality. Here at ClickMill, I want cash in the bank, right? When you're bootstrapping, you're starting up, you usually don't have anything. But we're at a point now where we can put a little bit of money in the bank. We can have some money in the bank. And if something happens, if we lose a client, if we do whatever, it's okay because I've got 3 months, 6 months, a year of cash in the bank. And we've got time to go and find new clients that are good for us, not just any client, the right clients. And we have a buffer of extra stored up resources to pad the impact between us and reality. If there was no buffer, if we spent exactly what we made, as soon as we lose a new client, we hit reality and we break. So we cannot do that. We always spend less than we make, and we optimize what we do spend for fruit. And then we store up a little bit also so that we can address reality and have time to put the brakes on and change course when things don't go right. Okay, so this is the doom loop, and we want to avoid the doom loop. We do not want to keep overfunctioning more and more and playing back into that spiral to catch up. And if we do catch up, we don't want to keep spending more than we make, more than we have, so that we continually have to function on higher and higher levels. Both of those are non-functional ways of operating your life or a ministry or a business. They're not sustainable. All right. Thanks so much for being with me in this video. We'll see you in the next one. God bless.